everyone, it's Lexi. I'm a part-time reseller and welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna go over my unconventional inventory storage. Okay, so storing your inventory is a huge thing in any kind of business, but reselling, because if you don't have an efficient and organized way to store your inventory, things kind of get crazy and you can't find anything once it sells, and that's never fun. Or you lose things, which is also not fun. One time I had this belt buckle that sold. I had paid $2 for it and it sold for $20 plus shipping on eBay. Couldn't find it. When I moved, it had I realized it had fallen into the hood of a jacket. It sold again, but still, it's no fun when you lose things. So your inventory system is like a huge deal, but it has to work for you. And let me tell you, I have tried many different ways to store my inventory. I have tried all of the normal methods where you have like lettered or numbered bins, and then you have, you know, your inventory with number stickers on them, and you have it all in a spreadsheet. I have done all of that and it never ever panned out and worked for me. Not even close. So I decided that instead of having a system that caused me to change my habits and the way that I was working already, which was working for me, I decided to make a storage system that fit in with the way that I work. So how do I work? I photograph and measure at the same time, and then I'm done with that inventory. I put it in a bin without any bags or anything. I just put it in there, and then once I get that bin full, or a few bins full, when I get a chance, then I will put them in the plastic bags and put them in my inventory. That's the best way for me. And then I sit down with my measurements and my photos and I list. I have tried so many different inventories where you had to have a spreadsheet. Thus, you kind of had to inventory your items and put them away as soon as you listed, or even you couldn't put them away until you listed. And none of that worked for me. It didn't fit, and every time I tried to implement something like that, it fell apart, and I would never keep up with that inventory sheet ever. And I couldn't find my stuff, and I especially couldn't find it efficiently, which is huge for me. I'm a one-woman team when it comes to this. I source, I photograph, I list, I do everything. I ship. So I need it to be efficient. I need it to be quick. I'm very busy. I have other things going on in my life, right? I have a 4-year-old. I'm pregnant. There are so many days where the only thing I do related to reselling, unfortunately, is to ship. And I usually also wait until the last minute to do it. So I need to be able to come into my office and in a short amount of time find my items, package them, and get them out the door. And this system has been perfect for that, because I don't need to look at an inventory sheet, a spreadsheet. I don't have to look at any of that. So anyway, let me just stop rambling and I will show you my inventory closet. Alright you guys, so this is it. This is my entire closet. Like I said, I was very, very lucky, because when we moved into this house, this is the closet. Of course, I chose this room because of this closet for my office. And this right here, that was already there. The shelves up there, the racks were already there. That top shelf and this shelf was here. My husband added this one, and we have plans to add another one. But for the most part, the base of my closet was already here, and the fact that I found bins to fit this perfectly was just great happenstance and luck. So as for my system, I basically organize my clothing in 2 categories. As you can see here, this is skirts and shorts. I've got dresses, and this is actually long sleeve or sleeve dresses. I have short sleeve dresses, Down here, that is like coats, outerwear kind of stuff. That one back there is all kids clothing. And then here's pants. And for pants, that goes all the way from leggings to dress pants. I have jeans, cardigans, sweaters, and that's my men's stuff. They're all open. I like it easier, like it's much easier like that because then I can pull out. All of these up top can come down, and they can also be accessed really easily with my step stool. And because I'm a one-woman team, I either fold the items before putting them in the bag to where you can see. There you go. See, you can see the tag. You can even see the size. And I just know what it is. So like, I know this skirt is a loft skirt because it's the only loft skirt I have like this. I know this is MG because I've honestly had this forever. But anyway, because I'm one person, I'm able to just go by how anything looks. Okay. So what if it's multiple items of the same thing, or something like jeans, which can definitely look the same no matter how you fold them? I will put stickers on the outside and maybe say what size they are. My camera is driving me crazy. I'm sorry, you guys. Anyway, like this says size 25. And then I do have some number stickers that I will put on items that maybe I don't know what it looks like once I fold it, or like I said, it's a multiple of item, and then I'll put that in the listing itself. The other two containers down here, that is inventory that has already been photographed and listed and needs to just put in bags and then put away. This is just kind of a catch-all. I have a couple hard goods, hat, something like that. Here are my ties. Here I keep my shoes. I also have one on the back of the door to hold shoes, but my shoe inventory is so low right now because prices are so bad that that's all I have. And at one point I had almost all of those full. So this is a great way to store shoes, because they actually are 4 shoes. They're shoe boxes, and then I use a dry erase marker to write on there what's inside, and then they wipe off really easy. And if you need any help wiping off, you can use a little bit of like rubbing alcohol. And I also like these bigger containers, so like that one up there is all kids shoes, but these are great to store purses and other items like that in it. And like I said, you just write on the outside with the dry erase marker. Some other shoes and some hard goods up there, boots, hard goods. Those are my coffee cups. Some more hard goods. That's all Christmas stuff. Sweatshirts. Don't even ask me about those VCRs back there. One day, right? But anyway, so then I have these also here. I have some Pound Puppies vintage cards, Cat's Meow, which are these collectible items, and then my games. All of those are pretty much empty because I've sold them all and have not replenished. And then up here, I've got rompers, sets, PJs, linens, and then that blanket is just up there. So yeah, it's a super like simplistic way of separating your things out. And you can get as complicated or simplistic with the categories as you want. I have usually, like right now I have about 350 items in my inventory, and I usually keep it at about 500. And if I have more than that, there's definitely some categories that I'm going to have to start like breaking up. Like my sweater box definitely gets overfull because sweaters are so much thicker, right? And I've considered doing like activewear container, but I have not got to that point yet. Especially like, as you can see, my pants pretty empty. There's really no reason to pull out the activewear out of there, right? So I get to hang up the items that are too bulky to fold up. So, you know, coats, jackets, things like that. I have some storage back there where I keep extra USPS boxes. On top of here, this is some unlisted inventory that I haven't gotten to, and then extra containers. I love these containers because they are the perfect size for anything, and then they can be folded up. So do y'all know what category I don't have a bin for? Did y'all notice that women's tops wasn't anywhere? That's because this entire wall is women's tops, and I have separated them by color. I use these chalkboard labels, and I actually crazy glued them on here so that they would stay, and I separated them by color, and it works like a charm. Like I said, I'm the only team member, so you know, even if I look at something and I'm like, that might be pink or that might be red, you know, someone might put this in blue instead of white, but I know that I put it in white. So my white bin is all predominantly white stuff, pink stuff, and so on and so forth. This is all women's tops, so tank tops, activewear, as long as it's not a sweater or jacket or anything like that, it is gonna go in here. And so for me, I literally just get to look at the listing and say, what color is it? Oh, it's white. Which one is it in? And that's it. All right, and then down here, I have a bin of stuff that needs to be washed and stain treated, unfortunately. Unlisted inventory that needs work. Okay, and so that's it. And then I have this really tall step stool, ladder, whatever, that I love because I can unfold it and fold it back up, and I can reach everything super easily and super quickly. I really like my system. The beauty of it for me is that you do not have to have any kind of reference sheet to know where your items are. Just your brain. Just your own knowledge of how you would categorize something. Now, would this work, let's say if your husband works with you and he's the one who does your shipping, or you have, you know, a friend who you're like are partners in? It might not work. Y'all might have to come up with more of a solid strategy when categorizing, and maybe colors aren't the right thing because, I mean, like I said, you could have a multicolored shirt and it just depends on what you personally think is the most dominant color in there, and it might not be the same as the next person. But the whole point of this video, I think, for me, is to tell y'all that you can do your inventory however you like. Just so it works for you. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be anything. You can do whatever makes, you know, whatever is easiest for you. You also don't have to keep your bins open if you don't want to do the plastic. You can close them. There's a million ways you can do your inventory system. There really is. And I highly recommend watching a bunch of videos like this, getting tidbits from all kinds of resellers, and then taking bits and pieces and making it your own. That's what I did. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helps you on your journey to come up with the best inventory system that works for you. And let me tell you too, it is also forever evolving. So don't ever feel like you have to do something and then stick with it forever, okay? This might not work for me 2 months from now. And if it doesn't, I'll tweak it. I'll make it work for me in that moment of time. So again, thank you so much. Give me a thumbs up, comment below. Let me know what your inventory system is like. And maybe any kind of hacks you have that I could add to mine. Otherwise, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to y'all next time. Bye.